Okay, welcome to stage 3. No, that's not right. Stage 4. I'm very lost. Stage 4 of the Batik process. Okay, so now we're going to be mixing our dyes. This is very exciting. Okay, the reason I've come outside is because Procyon dyes, they are very, very safe dyes. However, they have to be used with great care. And the reason I've come outside is because there's lots of air, it's well ventilated, whereas obviously inside, not so great ventilation. So I've just come out onto my street to mix some dyes, like you do. So yes, lots of care. They're fine powders. As with all fine powders, you should take great care when using them. No children should be allowed to mix these dyes, and if you aren't able to get into a well ventilated area, do contact us, because there are other ways to get involved in the project. But like I said, I'm just out on the street, and I'm going to mix these dyes with you all. Right, okay, so you should have now from your letter a packet of urea, and yes, is what it sounds like. And you should have 4 packets of Procyon MX dye, and they should all be labelled. Yep. And you're going to need a measuring jug with 500ml of warm water. Yep. Excellent. Oh, and your paintbrushes. I'm cheating slightly just because I wanted to get it all done in one go. I've got 4 paintbrushes. Obviously, I'm aware you've only got 3, so it does mean that you're going to have to mix one colour at a time and wash your brush in between. Don't use the same brush to keep mixing the dyes, otherwise you're just not going to get a very good colour. You're not going to get true colour in the end. Right, okay, measuring jug of warm water. I've got 500ml. And now, I didn't think this through, this is where you need your scissors. Sellotape this well so none of it spills out. Anyway, so I've just poked a little hole, okay, and then I'm gonna, she says, I'm just gonna pour that in. It's not ideal, just get a pair of scissors and cut it open, that would be much better. So the urea, as it says in the instructions, it helps with the viscosity of the dyes itself, so it helps like with the painting and using them onto the silk, and it also keeps the dyes wetter for longer. So when you are painting your silk, it wants to stay wet for quite some time, as that's part of the fixing process. Ideally 2 hours, but when the weather's like this, it's obviously going to dry a bit quicker, which is why I've added a little bit more urea than I would do normally. Give that a good stir, make sure it gets all dissolved. Yeah, pretty much dissolved. Okay, and then what I've done to make myself life a little easier, I've got another pot. Oh yeah, so jars. I eat too much mayonnaise, which is why I have these jars. And I've got 1 small pesto jar. But yeah, lots of mayonnaise. But yeah, I've measured 100ml for that, which I know is going to work, for me to help me pour out my 100ml for each of the dyes. You know what I've realised I've forgotten, and we're going to have to stop the video because I've forgotten my gloves, and it's a really bad habit that I have, which, you know, I shouldn't encourage it in here. So, okay, so I'm back. I've got gloves, the tiniest gloves in the world. I won't be sending these out. They are all latex free gloves, by the way, everything that we're sending out to you. But yeah, I'm not sending these out, they're tiny. Anyway, so yeah, I've got my pot with my 100ml line that I've measured before I came out, and my 500ml of urea water. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this in. Okay, and then our first colour I'm gonna do is lemon yellow. Actually, yeah, so the colours that you'll get, everyone will get, is lemon yellow, royal blue, and cerise red. With these 3 colours you can make the rainbow, and the captain is going to show you how to make the rainbow after this. And then you're all going to get a surprise colour, and the surprise colour is kind of the colour that you can't make with these 3-1. So I've got Brilliant Lime in my envelope. On the silk it was Jade, so everyone's going to get a different colour, and it's a colour that you can't make with these 3 colours here. So handle with care, make sure you have your gloves on. If the powder gets onto your skin, it will stain your skin, and it will stain your skin for quite some time. The dyes will stain your skin as well, however in powder form it's a lot more potent. Okay, so what I recommend is, obviously I'm in a very well ventilated area. These are the dyes that you get in most craft stores, and you can in your tie-dye kits. I did a lot as a child. So what I'm recommending, hopefully, yeah, you can see this, can't you? So actually what I'm recommending is that you put the whole packet inside once you've opened it. That way no powder's going to get out into the atmosphere then. Get that all in there. Don't worry about getting every single little bit of the powder. Okay, and then carefully zip that back up. Yep. Okay, then if you just fold that up, then none of the powder is going to go anywhere. Yeah. And I do, if you can, it'd be really handy if you could send these back to us, because what we can do is we can wash them out and use them again. That'd be great. Walking by. Was going to do it in the garden, but the garden is a bit of a building site. Right, okay. Okay. Put that in here. Okay, then you've got your Brilliant Lime powder. And then I'm going to add a very small drop of urea water, and I'm going to mix that into a paste. You can see I'm not right up close to the jar, it's just good to keep it at a distance. You just want to minimise any chance of breathing in the fine powders, as with all fine powders, including flour and icing sugar. So that's quick. As you can see, we've got a nice green paste there. Just make sure you get all the bits around the edges. Get that really smooth. I say it's like making hot chocolate. Make a nice paste, because if you don't, you're going to end up with lumpy hot chocolate in the same way that you're going to end up with lumpy dye, which we don't want. Okay? And then pour the rest of your water in. Give that a really good stir. Make sure it's stirred in really well. It's well dissolved. Okay, and then what I like to do, you'll all get little silk scraps, and these are going to help when you do your colour mixing if you want to make more than the colours that you have. And then, oh, it's not too, if it's too windy, this will be tricky. Then you put your silk in. Ah, look, lime green. It's very exciting. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that in there. And there's our lime green, which I'll put that there. And then I'm going to do exactly the same process for my other 4 colours. Next thing to do now is to pass these dyes onto the captain, who's going to go through how to make these 3 beautiful colours into colours of the rainbow. Okay, let me just pass these over. One sec, Captain, if you grab that for me, thank you very much. Here's the yellow, the red. Second, you could grab the green for me. Yep, there you go. Excellent. There we go. Cool. Right, so he's got all of those dyes now. And the next phase is the colour mixing.